Good morning. Hope everybody's doing good. I've been working on this month's craft box, or November's craft box, I should say. So it's all designed and ready to go. So be on the lookout for that post. So today we are going to wrap up the Be My Valentine stamp set that I've been using all week. And we are going to create a fun fold card that I've never created before. Hi, Crystal. And I believe it's called the Flying Seagull. But when I've seen the Flying Seagull, it was a very long card that folded up to fit, hey, Dawn, into a regular sized envelope. I shortened it up so we can create a shorter card with the Be Mine Designer Series paper and some embossing, and let's get started. So I'm gonna start out with a basic white card base. You're gonna need two pieces, excuse me, and they measure 6 1/4 by 5 1/2. And we're gonna score both pieces at 1 1/2, 2 3/4, and 4 5/8. Okay, so that is the first thing what we're going to do. Let me just grab my bone folder, and we're going to keep the largest section. This is 1 1/2, and this is 1 5/8. Let me just make sure I have all these pieces here. I just want to make sure I do it right. So your largest section, the 1 5/8, is going to be the center of your card. And that you are going to fold like a valley. The next score line is another valley. And that first score line is a mountain. All right. So it's mountain, valley, valley. So then we're going to find on the second sheet the largest section, which is right here. So we're going to turn it. We want the largest sections in the center of the card. We're going to fold it valley. And when I say valley, it's because it is in a V and it creates a valley. Then our second score line is again a valley. Our last score line is a mountain. All right. So we have a valley, a mountain. Hey, Karen. Now I'm going to grab a piece of Post-it, okay? And what we want to do, you want your sticky side up, and you're going to fold in your two pieces, and you want to, this is just to hold it in place, all right? You want the sticky to be stuck to the back of your card. Then you're going to take your second piece, and we're going to line it up so it lines up top and bottom and through the center, just like that. All right, so now you have your pieces, and you have this piece in the center. We're holding it together temporarily, and that is our card base. Next, we're going to grab our pieces. All right, we have a basic white piece that is 3 1/2 by 5 1/2. And this piece is going to get adhered to the center of this card. And you want to make sure it's centered, leaving space on both ends. And I am actually going to grab my seal, and I'm going to put some seal down this card towards the center. And because I don't want it to stick right away, I'm also gonna just add a little bit of glue so it doesn't stick to the center that quickly. All right. So we want to lay these pieces down and center this in the center of the card, making sure that it is even on the bottom and even on the top, and adhere that down. Okay, so there is that center piece. Yeah, interesting, right, Ju? Then I'm going to layer it up. I have some sweet sorbet, and this is 3 3/8 by 5 3/8. And here's the Be Mine Designer Series paper, and this is a 5 1/4 by 3 1/4. It has cute little bees on one side. I'm going to use the hearts. And we are just going to adhere these layers together. You don't have to keep track of the measurements. I will have a blog post for it. All right. And then we're just going to adhere this right onto this center piece. Make sure it's on here straight. All right. Now that it's adhered, I can take off that piece of paper. All right, so here is our card so far. Now we have to decorate the sides. I'm going to use some more sweet sorbet, and we need 2 pieces, and I think this is the 1 3/8. It is. So we have 2 pieces, 5 3/8 by 1 3/8. We have another 2 pieces of sweet sorbet, 5 3/8 by 1 1/8. Then I grabbed some Designer Series paper. We need 2 of them, and this is 5 1/4 by 1 1/4. And then I have some basic white that I embossed, and this is, you need 2, 5 1/4 by 1. So I'm just going to move this out of the way, grab all our pieces. The larger pieces are for the Designer Series paper. So we're just going to add some glue. Grab our other piece. We'll let those dry. We'll pull in the smaller pieces. And these are for the embossed pieces. So is everybody crafty today, or you have other things happening? It's actually pretty nice. It's not really sunny, but it's warm out there today. I'm wearing a sweatshirt, but it's just a little bit too much, I think, today. All right, so we're just getting these pieces on. So now we have all our pieces. Let me just turn my phone off for a second. Seems like every time I am doing a video, my phone is dinging. All right, so let's pull our card back in. The smaller pieces are going to be adhered to these rectangles at the center of the card. So we're just going to add some glue, and we're going to adhere them into these sections. And I want to get them on here so they're pretty even with this layer here. Okay. Get it between those score lines. So there's one. I'm going to take the other piece, and now this one is going to go in this section here. And again, I'm just going to use this piece as a guide. Get that in there straight. All right, so there is the center of our card. 62, wow. It'll be in the 40s with snow over the weekend. Oh, no. You better get all your things done today. Yeah, we're supposed to have a heat wave. So go figure. All right, now we're going to take our designer series paper and we're going to line it up on this outside panel. And again, I'm just going to use this piece. I got to change my blades. It's leaving pieces. So we're just going to get that in there so it's straight. Move this over. Now we're going to add it to this outside. Just like that. All right. So now you can see how it looks like a seagull. Oh, you had very warm weather. Yep, heat off and windows open. Don't you love it? All right, so that's what it looks like standing. All right, and it will fold in just like this. So when it's folded like this, it will fit into a regular envelope. All right. I guess you could close it up like this, but it does go, oops, it goes like this into your envelope. Now I grabbed a countryside corner die, and this is the about 3 3/8 by 1 7/8, and we're going to pop this up onto the front of the card. Just to decorate it. You don't want to leave it plain. And I think I'll put it right about here. Now for your card, when you want to write a sentiment, you can always write it on the back of this front piece. All right, it flips. So you can write your sentiment right here. And then I have a basic white piece. And this is the 2 7/8 by 1 1/4. And I have already punched out a bee, and I added little cheeks and eyelashes again. And her wings are from vellum, and I punched it with the punch using the heart. All right. And I think what we'll do is we'll grab this little piece here so we can show that she's flying. Oops. I have more ink on my hands today. And we are going to pop her up. So I'm going to add my dimensional to the back side of her so I can pop her up right about there. Now we're going to take this layer and I'm going to very carefully add a little bit of glue And we're going to add this to the front of the card. And this is the ribbon that goes with this set. And if I didn't already mention, this bundle or suite will be an online exclusive that will be available on November 7th. So here's the ribbon that goes with it. I haven't used it yet, so we're just going to tie a bow. And I didn't even add a sentiment. So we're going to leave this card. You can add any sentiment you need, whether it's a birthday or thinking about you, or you want to save it for Valentine's Day, because it is a Valentine's Day stamp set, but I've decided to use it not making Valentine's Day cards. I'm going to add my bow here. My room is a little chilly today, so my glue dots are not really working very well. And then also in this set, oh, here they are. They have these cute little embellishments, flowers and hearts. And this goes with the suite. And I'm going to let's grab a flower. And then I'll get a small little heart and put it right by the bow. And then if you wanted to add a sentiment, you could add your sentiment down here. Oh, you're welcome, Dawn. All right, you've never seen this before. It's usually called a flying seagull because of the way it lays out. So that is our card for today. Like I said, you'll fold it up just like this, and it'll fit right inside your envelope. So there is today's card. I hope you like it. And I hope you try it out because it's fun. You don't have to do all these layers if you don't want. You could just add your designer series paper without the mat behind it. So it could be a quick and easy card if you wanted. I just like the matting because it just adds a little bit more. Good, Mary. I'm glad to hear it. So give me a little time. The post is almost done. I'll have it in our group in a little while with all the measurements. So thanks for joining me today. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Stay safe out there, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye. You're welcome.